Man, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's that stream I did, and I know it's 6 hours, it's mad long. I'll do another stream later, a bit more summarized, but for more people. But I'll cross that bridge when I get there. I just wanted to talk about this. I saw this, my timeline, because, Trump things going on, and I understand that's way more important than what VTubers are saying online. Right? And it should be like that. So let's look more to current events, and this is kind of shows what I mean and what I said. I always said a lot, but one of the things I was talking about is how degeneracy and sexual perversion it 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 opens you up not to be not intended to be taken in any kind of way, but your perspective is more open to weirder and weirder things because you're already doing something that that messes with you mentally and spiritually. So when you delve into those type of things, it messes with you. It messes with you in more ways than one. And I'm going to show you what I mean. Okay. So as you guys know, don't think I have to tell you this because it's all over the place. Trump got shot, and you really have people that are celebrating this. As you can see on the screen right now, what Permaban says, some VTubers really do be demonstrating that there's no clout too dirty or over the line for them to scavenge. It's crazy. If it and it isn't for clout, it's their innermost feelings, which is worst. Will it work for them? Was it worth it? In the coming days, we'll know soon enough. Guys, there's a common trend between most of them. 3 out of 4 are lewd tubers. And you may be wondering, Dargo, I don't think that's 100% fair. One of the people who was attacking one of these people, may not be a lewd tuber themselves, but kind of leads towards that direction. And what I have to say is, perhaps, unless they change their ways, give them a couple, let's say like a couple years, and we'll see if they are still based as they say. So let's see what we have to, but cross that bridge when we get to that. Let's see what we have to see about this. So we have the first one over here, Coco Nuts, and she pinned in her chat on Twitch. Maybe if the left embraced guns a little more, they could actually land the shot, referring to. And she pinned this message, or I think it was like a mod that pinned the message, but she didn't take it down. Okay. Let's see, what kind of content does Coconut make? Okay, looks normal. She collabs with this is something else up here. Collabs with Vito, collabs with Camila. Oh. Okay, maybe that's just a one-off. I don't know. Hidden talent. And this is from her channel. Hidden talent. Between her legs. Okay. We got more of these. More of these kind of stuff. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. That's my face right now looking at all this. So yeah, this is what we're dealing with over here. We're dealing with one of these. One of these flaming, you know what's, trying to can't keep it together. Sad. Real sad. But that's just one. Dargo, that's just one of them. And probably it's not as bad as it looks. I don't know. I'm not gonna play one of these videos. That's just one of them, right? Surely. Oh, the next one. Tricky. Remember to always shoot your shot. Surely you won't miss. This person says not the time or the place. I don't give the unfollow button is right there. Okay. Alrighty. Um. Hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. 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 Look at that model. Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty funny too. But that's not relevant to this. Well, that's interesting. Now you have this one over here that said this. Do not come into stream and do this. This ruined my mood. Such an emotional scene, and this guy came in here. I hate everything now. Hey, they try to shoot and hurt the president. What the heck? I don't want to see Trump to be hurt. And you got this chick getting mad angry. And out of all of them, you could say this one's not a lewd tuber, at least not openly, as it says here, content meant for 18 plus, no lewd stuff. Okay, this one's not a lewd tuber, but yeah, it's one of these. Let's see what else this person has going on. Apparently, they may not be a they may not be a coomer, at least not openly, but they sure are a consumer though. And they certainly are a consumer though. That's for damn sure. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but that's that, I guess. Yeah, consumer. Yep. Which is not that too far off from being a coomer. Des- it's an obsession with self. What else we have here? This person, Pin Bun. And what does Pin Bun do? Okay. This is from her Discord. Alrighty. I don't need to read that. Epic fraught battles of history. Interesting. If you don't know what frauding is, that's basically when two men play fencing with each other. Let's just say that. That's when you play fencing with each other. That's what that means. All right. Asking. Pretty desperate for money over here. Probably get a job. I don't know. This is what her model looks like. That's what her stuff looks like. Okay, so she's against fat phobia, whatever the hell that shit's called. Okay, looks like a bunch of random girly stuff over here. And yeah. And oh, okay. But maybe that's just maybe it's just a coincidence, right? Maybe, you know. Mhm. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Hmm. I don't know who this person is, but that's certainly something. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't care either. Don't know what's going on with that. I guess we're boycotting Sticker Mule now because they posted that. Hmm. Well, I think we've seen enough here. Talking about this stuff really drains me. It really does. Talking about this stuff really drains me. But I feel like there really are people, you know, they're suffering from this kind of mental sickness, this kind of the mental sickness of pornography addiction, and it's a sickness a lot of people struggle with. I'm not shaming anybody from that. I'm pretty sure you can ask any random person and they'll tell you that they probably engaged in that kind of content in some form at least once in their life. But it's one thing to be an alcoholic and struggle with alcohol and be a person who their personality is being an alcoholic. And it's kind of similar to this. It's one thing to struggle with these kinds of things and to make a personality out of it. That's the issue. When you make a personality out of vice. And these people are more left leaning, but you see this in the right as well. You have people who do virtue signaling, and you saw that virtue signaling. They think this is good, so they want to, hey, look, I'm doing right thing, I'm saying right thing, promoting right thing. You got to support me, and if you don't support me, then you're this, that, and that. I don't need to explain it. I'm pretty sure you guys already understand what virtue signaling is, but I feel like in the right, you also have the opposite. Vice signaling. Oh man, I'm partaking in this because they don't want to see us succeed out here. They don't want to see us with these animes. They don't want to see us with the hentais. I mean, don't you know that they want to ban hentai even though they promote their hentai. It's different and the preference is different, but they're both promoting pornography. It's just different preferences. And you could say that preference is disgusting or this preference is disgusting. The point is that they're promoting pornography, whatever form it is. Neither is good. Period. There's no save horny. There is no whatever normal. Both of it is bad for you mentally and spiritually. But what do I know? I need to collect my thoughts a bit more for that stream because I feel like the stream I did before I was all over the place, and I didn't really feel like making a whole stream on this because there's plenty of people talking about it already. You don't need my extra opinion in on this. Just just how I'm showing these things correlate with each other. When you're degenerate, sexual perversion, it opens your mind to just like one thing leads to another, basically. When you engage in one vice, other vices follow. When you engage, like for example, if a person engages in they're an alcoholic, just to use alcohol example, they're an alcoholic. They're already open to the idea of using substances to abuse substances. So there's nothing stopping that person. If they can't stop themselves from having just one drink, then they can't stop themselves from using crack. And if they can't stop themselves from using crack, they can't stop themselves from using fentanyl. And at that point, if you get to that point, you're basically as good as dead because that stuff is really deadly. Same thing with this. When you're open to the idea of seeing human beings or representation of human beings engaging in degrading acts, whether it's with other human beings or other things that are not human beings, not going to get into that, but it starts with seeing two people going at it, and then you see those two people, and you're like, you know what, this isn't enough for me. I need to see multiple people. They need to be watched having certain outfits on, doing these particular positions. Maybe other things can be going on, like bathroom stuff. To not be too graphic here, or I don't know, maybe, these actors, I don't know, man, they look a little bit too old for me. I need to see, and you can fill in the blank there. It starts with that. It never ends with that. Any of you people who still watch pornography, engage with that kind of stuff, you may not be like this. You may say, Dargo, I don't agree with those. I watch those things, but I don't agree with these people. Okay, good. Fair enough. But again, you're open to seeing human beings in a degrading manner. And what logically follows is you're going to be open to seeing human beings in other forms of degrading matter, be it murder and such like that. So since these people, they're open to seeing men and women degraded as objects for their satisfaction. They just see human beings as just objects, as a means to an end. So they hate President Trump. However you feel about him, shouldn't be wanting murder of anyone, even if you don't like them. They see the president and they see him in that way. Since they see human beings as just a means to an end to just get themselves off, it's just an object, then life doesn't have a purpose besides whatever gets them off. And since Trump doesn't isn't part of that itch in their brain of whatever gets them off, or he doesn't support whatever is they do to get off, he doesn't support that, and a myriad of other matters, he's an impediment to that. They see him as a complete demon. Just like when you try to take away drugs from a drug addict, they try to fight you. They curse you out, this and that and this and that. You get probably know people like that. It's the same kind of behavior. Because Trump and people like Trump are trying to stop these kinds of things. They're trying to end pornography. They're trying to end abuse, abuse of women, abuse of children, and this industry. They It's like their world's about to collapse because their world is busting nuts. All they think about is the next nut they're gonna bust. And since they're taking away their material, their material, man, that's crazy. They taking away my fix. How am I gonna get my fix? I need to get my fix. It's like an addict. It really is. It's the same mentality. The addict might say, I need to get my fix. They took my fix from me. How am I gonna relax, or how am I gonna get amped up? It's the same thing with these guys. Like I need my material. How am I gonna get off? Like I just need a release. It's the same logic. It's the same mentality. Y'all need to help. Y'all need to fix yourselves from this, man. Listen, there's ways to help. There's ways to fix that. I'll put some things in my description so you guys can, if y'all struggle with that, y'all can help yourselves. Because I don't want to. I struggle with that stuff too, man. I don't want nobody else to be struggling with that too, man. Shit is bad for you. Turns you into a weirdo. And you ever wonder to yourselves, because I'm pretty sure some of you guys watch that stream, you're like, man, how does one turn into a person that says the stuff like what Kiki said? How do you turn into that person? That's how. It happens slowly. Anyways, I'm gonna go cool off from this for now. I'm gonna take a little break from this conversation. Because I don't like talking about this. I don't like seeing this. It makes me sick. I actually feel queasy. Anytime I try to dissect that stuff, that's why it took so long, because to make the stream is because it's sickening. It doesn't appear that way when you're on the inside, but like just like how we look at drug addicts and their disgusting habits that follow from their addiction, it's the same thing from this. It's the same thing. And if you guys want to throw in video games, that can happen with video games too. These people who buy these games that cost $80, and what are they getting? 1,000 DLC and no gameplay. It's a paid service, and oh well, you look at that, the service is over. This game is about to close in a couple months, like, and you wasted all that money, no charge, but no money back. It's bad, man. I don't know. I'll explore this more, but stay safe out there. And don't and stop falling for these stupid arguments of um what is and isn't real. What you should be asking is your desire real? And why why are you attracted to what you're attracted to? Is your desire real, and why are you attracted to that? That's what you should be asking. Anyway, that's gonna be it from me from now. I don't know when the next Dargo Talk stream is going to be. It's going to be. It may be this week. It may be a while from now. People are talking about the Trump thing, so the focus is on that. So I understand this is going to be drowned out in all the noise of what's being talked about. But that's just my 2 cents. If you're angry of this, then maybe you should really ask yourself like why this matters to you so much. And why can't you use that same energy, that anger that you have towards me and people who say the things I say, use that anger to make your life better, to change yourself as a person, and do away with whatever this demon is that's possessing you with this kind of nonsense. And if you don't believe demons are real, I got 2 words for you: Sonichu Medallion. Now I gotta go pray. That should be more than enough to prove. Anyways, peace out. God bless y'all. Take care of yourselves out there, man. It's a crazy world.